clotting of blood in humans. I am M. Nagaraju, lecturer in zoology. So whenever injured or damages can be occurred after a number of physiological mechanisms, this promotes the hemostasis. So this is two words combination. Hemo means blood and stasis means to standing of blood within the blood vessels. So this is called as hemostasis. So breakage of blood vessels. So first one, formation of the exposes of collagen proteins to the blood vessels. So this is the first stage to blood clotting. So these initiate within the three separate mechanisms. One is vasoconstriction. So after blood vessel damaged or injured, so these blood vessel can be contraction. So this is called as the contraction of blood vessel is called as vasoconstriction. And second one is the formation of platelet plaque. So second diagram, so the sticky and the cap-like structure formation, this is called as platelet plaque. And the final one is the production of web of fibrin proteins. So this is a net-like or the web is formation within the blood vessel where is the damage can be occurred. So one is the vasoconstriction. So this is the diagrammatic representation. So after the blood vessel damaged, the smooth muscle is contraction. So after the smooth muscle is contraction, the blood vessel is very narrow in structure. So in sometimes this is so strongly and the blood is completely stopped within the blood vessel. So this is called as first one vasoconstriction. And second one is the plaque formation. So this is the second diagrammatic representation. So within the sticky formation of the collagen is formation. So after the collagen formation, this is maybe formation a cap-like structure. So this is called as plaque formation. And third one is the production of a web of fibrin proteins. So this is the third mechanism in hemostasis, formation of clot, and platelets and blood vessels completely adhere to injured vascular wall, and this may be initiate to web of fibrin. So this is the web of fibrin, and this is also called as a net-like formation is formation. So within the net-like formation, some red blood cells and WBC and platelets completely trapped in it. So mechanism of blood clotting. So these clotting within the three essential steps we are followed. One is the step 1. Finally formation of the prothrombin activator. So after damage can be occurred. So in this way finally formation of the prothrombin activator. So this is the stage 1 or step 1. So these prothrombin activator by the product of the in two ways. One is the intrinsic pathway and the second one is the extrinsic pathway. In both intrinsic and extrinsic, both ways, finally formation of the prothrombin activator. And the second one is the prothrombin. So this is the prothrombin is the inactivate form and this may be converted into thrombin. So this thrombin is the activate form. So in step 2, finally formation of the thrombin. And step 3, final one is the formation of the fibrin meshwork. So this is like a one net-like structure. So one is the intrinsic pathway. So this is the intrinsic within the blood vessels. So the damage can be occurred or injured can be occurred within the blood vessel of endothelium or blood vessels. These endothelium next activates the factor 12th. So what is the factor, Nana? Hedgeman's factor. So these Hedgeman factor after that activate another factors and finally formation of the after some cascade reactions finally formation of the prothrombin activator. So this is the diagrammatic representation, Nana. So this is the intrinsic pathway. So 12th factor Hedgeman factor activates the 11th factor plasmothromboplastine antecedent. So after that it may be activates the ninth factor plasmothromboplastine, or it also called as Christmas factor. So these ninth factor activates finally 10th factor Stewart Prover factor. So after these cascade reactions, finally formation of the prothrombin activators. So simply you can remember Nana. So after the 12th factor, so a Hedgeman factor, after some cascade reactions can be occurred, and finally formation of the prothrombin activator within the intrinsic pathway. And second one is the extrinsic pathway. So this is the where is the damage can be occurred out of the blood vessels. So this is called as extravascular tissue. Outside of the blood vessel can be damaged. So this activates the thromboplastin. So this thromboplastin is the factor 3, and this thromboplastin activates the seventh factor. This seventh factor is called as proconvertin. So after some cascade reactions, the finally formation of the prothrombin activator. So here you can see within the diagrammatic Nana. So this is the extrinsic pathway. So extrinsic pathway is the damage can be occurred in outside of the blood vessels, extravascular tissue. So after that, this can be promote the seventh factor, that is the proconvertin. So after that activates the 10th factor Stewart Prover factor, and after some cascade reaction finally formation of prothrombin activator. So here you can see Nana, in intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway, in both ways finally formation of the prothrombin activator. Next one, step 2. Within the prothrombin activator, where is the prothrombin activator Nana? Finally formation in the stage 1. So in this stage 1, finally product of the prothrombin activator and including of calcium ions. So these inactivate prothrombin convert into actin thrombin. So in the presence of prothrombin activator and within the help of calcium ions, prothrombin is inactivator form and convert into thrombin is the activating form. So this is the step 2. And the next one is the step 3. Final one is the where is the thrombin is present Nana? So thrombin is formation end product of the stage 2. So this is the final formation of the thrombin. So this is the connecting link between the 3 stages Nana. So here the prothrombin activator in stage 1 and thrombin is stage 2. So within the helping of the thrombin, the fibrinogen is inactivating form. This fibrinogen is convert into fibrin with the helping of thrombin. So in the presence of thrombin, inactivate form of the fibrinogen convert into fibrin is the activator monomers form. And weak hydrogen bonds, these weak hydrogen bonds within the helping of fibrin stabilizing factor, this is the 13th factor. So within the help of fibrin stabilizing factor, these weak hydrogen bonds can be converted into a strong covalent bonds. So after that strong covalent bonds, that may be formation of the fiber mesh work. So this is a net-like formation can be formation. So in this way, insoluble meshwork, fibrin fibers spreading all directions adhere to damaged surface and trapped the blood vessels. So here you can see Nana. So insoluble fibrin meshwork is formation. So within the insoluble meshwork fibrin, so red blood cells and WBC and white blood cells completely stuck within the mesh-like work is formation. So this is the diagrammatic representation. So insoluble fibrin meshwork is formation, within that RBC struck and completely stop of the bleeding. So this is the factors, blood clotting factors involvement 1. This is most important for the MSET and NEET bits, Nana, remember and by heart it. One is the fibrinogen, and second one is the prothrombin, and third one is the thromboplastin, fourth one is the calcium ions, and fifth one is the prooxylerin, and seventh one, so here remember one point, Nana, sixth one is no longer formed, so this is not identified sixth factor. So after seventh one is the proconvertin. These proconvertin starting factor in the extrinsic pathway. Okay, and the next one is the anti-hemophilic factor. This is the eighth one, and the ninth one is called as plasmothromboplastine and also called as Christmas factor. So these Christmas factor second factor in the intrinsic pathway. Okay, and the 10th one is called as Stuart Prover, and 11th one is the plasmothromboplastine antecedent, and 12th one is the Hedgeman's factor. This is the first factor in the intrinsic pathway. Okay, and the final one is the fibrin stabilizing factor. Okay, so this is the ending of blood clotting. So after that next class we will